It's really hard to spoil wrestling. Most of the time, the matches are either very predictable to begin with anyway, and if they're not, it's still challenging to spoil the result of a match. The source who's spoiling the match usually just falls back on the plans changed excuse if they got the prediction wrong. Wrestling spoilers is actually quite a split down the middle topic in wrestling though, because many people actually choose to seek out spoilers, whether it's to make sure that their favourite is winning their match, or whether it's to make sure that their least favourite isn't winning their match. And then you have the general majority who don't want their wrestling spoiled and want to be kept spoiler free and be surprised watching the show. In 2013, a Redditor took the Squared Circle subreddit by storm by posting his predictions to WWE shows with scathing accuracy, and from there, he'd be the #1 source for WWE spoilers. This is the story of Dolphins 1925 and his rise and fall. Reddit to me is the world's largest online forum. There's sections or subreddits for any topic you could possibly think of, whether that be football, YouTube, gardening, trading cards, raccoons, literally everything you could think of is on Reddit, of course, including wrestling. Reddit Squared Circle is the largest and premier subreddit for wrestling on the site, which as of this date boasts over 645,000 members. Squared Circle is full of all kinds of posts related to wrestling, whether it be live discussion posts, news, general wrestling discussion, and of course, prediction threads. Threads of people giving their 2 cents on who they think is going to win at the upcoming pay-per-view. In February 2013, a user posted a predictions contest for the upcoming Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, asking people to predict all the matches, those matches being CM Punk vs The Rock, Del Rio vs Big Show, an Elimination Chamber match, Shield vs Cena, Ryback and Sheamus, Cesaro vs The Miz, and Caitlyn vs Tamina Snuka, as well as asking some bonus yes or no questions, such as will Dolph Ziggler cash in, and will they ask you to download the WWE app. A very typical wrestling predictions thread you'd find on any wrestling forum really, and on there is a comment from a user by the name of Dolphins 1925, where he gives his prediction to each match. He predicts The Rock, Del Rio, Swagger, The Shield, Cesaro and Caitlyn to all pick up the wins, as well as giving his 2 cents on the bonus questions. Once again, all this really looks like right now is just a guy commenting his predictions in a predictions thread. However, Dolphins 1925 got every single match prediction right, and 4 out of 6 of the extra questions too. Very impressive, but once again, all this can be seen as is a guy who just happened to get every match correct. But Dolphins 1925 did not stop there. In fact, he upped his game. WrestleMania 29 season would come around, and so would the threads relating to it. Another predictions thread came up for the show, and once again, Dolphins 1925 would comment on it with his predictions, but he wouldn't do just that. He would also post his own thread, which he titled, Spoilers, WrestleMania results inside this thread. 100% accurate, do not click until after watching if you don't want WrestleMania to be spoiled. Spoilers. And the thread reads as such. I never post on Reddit, however I am sick of Vince and his antics. I know of no other place to post as I am not too familiar with the wrestling community. I ask that people save this and then upvote me when I go 10-0 after the matches take place. This is not a prediction thread, these are the results. And then goes on to post what he believes are the results to the matches. He is showing a lot of confidence that these are 100% correct. WrestleMania 29 took place soon after, and Dolphins 1925 absolutely smashed it. He got every match correct again. He was cocky, but he definitely backed it up. He came back again the next month for Extreme Rules. In his thread, he claimed once again that these are results and not predictions. And once again, Dolphins got every match he predicted correct. Next month, he did it for Payback, and once again, got every match he predicted correct. Next month, Money in the Bank, all correct. SummerSlam, all correct. Because of this, many people began to ask questions about Dolphins. Who was he? What or who is his source? And he posted a statement that reads as such, addressing all these questions. Statement to the WWE Universe. Since I joined Reddit, my motive has been simple: to draw attention to a very important problem and ongoing issue within the WWE industry, while concurrently abstaining from turning the community into a circus act. For these reasons, I've made my posts few and far between. I did not respond to messages, emails, comments, or interview requests. My goal was not to be the spotlight of attention, but rather to draw awareness to the inexcusable, insultingly obvious schemes that are taking place behind the scenes of the WWE. I figured the best means of action to demonstrate these schemes was to post sparingly and exclusively before each respective pay-per-view and simply allow my results to speak for themselves. In doing so, I went 38-0 over a course of 5 successful pay-per-views, all the while going 3-0 in SummerSlam after receiving news from my source that many match outcomes were being changed at the last minute. I feel that a step has certainly been taken in the right direction, as now most wrestling fans are well aware of an existing mole within the industry. However, the primary misconception regarding Mole is that I am or am directly affiliated with him. Rather, the Mole is anonymously releasing the outcomes to a small exclusive group of individuals, all of whom are benefiting off it at the expense of the WWE, its fans, and the integrity of their product. This has been ongoing for several months before I began to address it publicly. Eventually, this ordeal had reached a point in time where I felt it was appropriate and necessary to release a statement to Reddit. Nevertheless, I commend WWE's noble efforts to ensure security during last week's SummerSlam event. However, it is my belief that the course of action taken to resolve the leaks was merely to discredit me by changing the outcomes of matches at the last minute, rather than actually stopping the mole. They are shooting the messenger, and the leaks are still taking place. I am confident that if I went silent, the leaks would continue full throttle, and the frankness of the product would continue to be compromised. For this reason, I think the attention should be diverted from me and rather on the mole himself. As I've stated before, my intention is wholesome. The last thing I want is for these leaks to persist and to continue to witness the downfall of the integrity of the WWE, an industry that is filled with extraordinary talent and unmatched potential. I feel that putting an end to these leaks is paramount in restoring the candidness to the business. The company deserves it, the wrestlers deserve it, and most importantly, the fans deserve it. Do what's right for the business. Please stop the leaks. Yours truly, Dolphins 1925. And he also posted an edit clarifying that he is not in contact with the mole. My source receives his information from a member who is in contact. However, the mole leaks his information anonymously. So Dolphins made his message and intention clear, and he's doing it for the sake of the WWE, to help the WWE, apparently. I'll be honest, I don't really get it. But following this, he was right back to posting results. He got every Night of Champions result correct, and he got every Battleground result correct. But while he continued to post, there was a lot of divisive opinions around Dolphins across the sub. You see, Dolphin spoilers had gone beyond his threads and led to people posting Dolphin spoilers in other threads, spoiling the shows for others, with people getting threatened with bans if they post his spoilers in other threads for others who didn't want to see them to see. Dolphins had become a polarizing figure, with many waiting to see the day that he would get a prediction wrong, and that day would come on his Hell in a Cell 2013 thread, in which he incorrectly stated that Sandow would be cashing in his Money in the Bank on Cena. Dolphins left this comment in response to people criticizing his incorrect info on the cash-in. Regarding the Sandow cash-in, I post information I received from my source. Did WWE change the script due to my tweets? I find that extremely unlikely, considering the strict time constraints WWE must oblige by. In my opinion, it was merely misinformation from my source. Either way, some progress is being made within the company regarding the severity of pay-per-view results being leaked. For that, I am thankful. But after this, the novelty had wore off. Nobody on Reddit really believed in Dolphins anymore, with many now just believing he was simply posting betting odds, with people using the fact that he doesn't post the results to every match and instead picks and chooses each match on pay-per-view as evidence for these claims. Basically saying he doesn't post results to matches that there aren't betting odds for. He would post results for that year's Survivor Series and TLC, and to be fair, get all the ones he posted correct again, but he wasn't getting anywhere near the attention he was before, and from here, Dolphins would stop posting his results on the Squared Circle subreddit. However, this entire time, Dolphins had also been posting all his results on Twitter, and thus just continued on there. He very infamously posted the result of Batista winning the Rumble in 2014, and did the same again the next year with Reigns. However, whilst he got a lot right, he was still getting the odd one wrong here and there. For example, predicting Rusev to win the WrestleMania 30 Andre Battle Royal. This match was obviously won by Cesaro. He would keep posting and was still getting attention, but he was basically that exact same polarizing figure as he was on Reddit, with many people getting annoyed about his spoilers appearing on their timelines. Dolphins would go inactive following his final tweet on June 1st, 2015. To anyone mad at me for not posting spoilers to Elimination Chamber, you can all go suck a melon. Very great way to go out, I must say. And his final Reddit post was posted around 2014 WrestleMania season, simply randomly commenting "boo" on a thread of someone talking about their WrestleMania after party experience. Weird stuff. And that's it. Dolphins has not been seen anywhere since. Whether or not you'd like to believe Dolphins' reasoning for why he posted the spoilers, which was to stop WWE from getting spoiled and from people leaking them, maybe the reason he left is because he almost has achieved that mission, because nowadays we don't see many clear-cut and concrete 100% correct spoilers. We never see dirt sheets spoiling every result to a show. It just doesn't happen anymore, and maybe Dolphins' goal was achieved all along. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. It was a very different kind of video I've made today. I never usually make stuff like this, but if you did enjoy, then smack that like button. Let me know what video you want to see next. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.